Welcome to the Tonya Hofmann's fabulous TV show. I'm your host, Tonya Hofmann, and like always, I have a hugely amazing, fabulous guest star, Miss Shirlene Reeves. Hey, Shirlene.
Hey, Tonya, I'm so glad to see you. It's been a bit of time.
I know. Y'all are going to be blown away. And oh my
I
gosh,
know.
we've got an amazing offer at the end for a free something. So stick around. So before we get going, I want to remind each one of you, we want you to go out and change the world from the front of the room as well. So we would love to have you on my show and on the virtual summits and all the video series that we're doing. And how do you do that? You simply go to Public Speakers with an S, Association, all spelled out.com to find out more under the membership info tab. And I'm going to give y'all a special, because you know I never give specials, but I'm feeling a little, it's love, month. So we're going to go ahead and give you a special. So put in Tonya's friend in the coupon code and then half. So Tonya's friend half, and you get half off of membership. So make sure you jump on that offer. Tonya's friend half. All righty, so let's get back to Miss Shirlene. So Shirlene, tell us what you've got going on nowadays.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited and so grateful that you're having me on your show because I have a new book out.
Yay!
It just was launched and I'm so excited about it because I know it's going to support so many entrepreneurs in the future. It's just going to be unbelievable because it's all about selling from your heart and building relationships for financial freedom.
Yay for everyone out there.
So, I think that the selling through your heart, it's going to really help a lot of entrepreneurs because what's happened, and the reason I wrote the book is because so many people have wanted to know how I made sales because I was always at the top of the charts. And I thought, doesn't everybody just do it like I do? I couldn't figure it out. And they kept saying, no, if I could just put my head on your head, it would be so much better. And they said, can't you just write this out so we know how to do it? And here it is. I wrote it out. And that was the whole point of the book.
Nice. I know. It's funny because to me, it's just natural. You're just trying to help somebody, right? That's
Right.
what sales is.
Yes. And it's all about selling from your heart. And I have the 3-step sales waltz. So it's so easy. And believe it or not, Tonya, 8 of my students in just 10 weeks combined made $301,000 just by using this technique. So it's really been awesome for me to see others do it just like I do.
Oh, how exciting. I know, because it's all about, you always feel it. And I always tell people when you're selling, how do you want someone to feel not only about you, but if they were doing the same to you? So it's about building a relationship and caring, about somebody else enough to find out what they really, really want and need.
Exactly. And, you don't want people running down the hall into the bathroom to get away from you. And I've seen that happen with people so many times. And they'll go clear across the other side of the room because they feel like you're being pushy. And this takes all that away. And it takes the rejection away too. It's really an awesome technique. And I'm so excited to share it with other entrepreneurs who are out there struggling with sales and can't make a consistent income. That's the biggest thing.
Right. So do you have a secret tip you'd like to share with us?
Oh, I do. Here's the secret tip. And it all has to do with step 1. What you need to do is listen to the other person. It's so hard when we're out networking because they ask us, so what do you do? And we get that rush of energy and we start talking about everything that we do. And then we suddenly realize we never found out anything about the other person. So here's my secret tip. Listen to the other person, ask questions of the other person, then make notes on the back of their card after you ask for it so that you can move to step 2 and remember what it is that you talked about. That's my tip for today.
I love it. I know it's so funny because I try to, teach people myself, when you're sitting down with somebody, the tendency is for that person to ask you what you do first. But whoever speaks first loses.
That's right.
got to switch it around. And I always just like, oh, well, yeah, I know I've got so much going on, but I heard you're an amazing realtor. So tell me about that. And they can't help
Yes.
it. People just can't help talking about themselves.
Yes, absolutely. And in my system, the 3-step sales waltz, you don't even talk about yourself until the second step. And people feel heard, they feel loved, and they feel cared for. And that's all we want. That's all anybody in this world wants is those 3 things.
I love it. I know sometimes I even find myself that I break my own rules. We all have a tendency because we're human, you know? And so when someone's like, wow, I'm so excited. Tell me all about PS, the Public Speakers Association. And oh my gosh. And I get this, oh, yeah, here, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, oh, I just broke my rule.
I know. And then it just went down the tubes, right?
Yeah.
And we do it too. We teach it, but we also make slips. But if you recognize that slip and it becomes an aha, oh, I see, I just did that wrong. I got to go back and redo it with somebody else. Because once you do that, you can never get that person back. You might as well forget it and move on. But we all make that mistake. And all it is just a learning experience so that you don't do it the next time. Right?
So hard.
Yeah.
And I know, you know, for my husband who's incredibly analytical, right? Then his is all about steps in his head.
Yes.
And for him, you know, it's very hard because he doesn't really want to know about the person's dog, what happened that morning, right? But
Yes.
for her, that's like really major. And so I think there's different personality issues that comes into play as well.
Huge. And I'm so glad you mentioned that because the big part of the book is all about how to work with specific personalities. And on my website, maximizeyourwealthnow.com, you can even go there and take your own quiz based on who you are as a salesperson. And then you will learn in the book how to relate to others. And it's a huge difference when you learn the different personalities types, just like you were talking about your husband. It makes a huge difference.
Exactly. I know. It's always fun to me because really, you know, people think, well, I'm not being authentic. I'm not being myself. I'm adjusting, you know, and talking the way the other person talks. And I'm like, it's not. It's just making the person feel comfortable.
Well, and you're not really talking like they do. Like your husband, he probably wants to know lots and lots of detail. And if you know that he's like that, you're going to provide the detail. And the biggest thing about this 3-step waltz is there's no scripts. You get to be authentic. That's the thing that everybody likes the most. You get to be who you are. And don't you love being who you are instead of learning somebody else's scripts like realtors? Have you ever noticed that? They use the same words over and over and over instead of just saying, you know, I think it's really interesting what you're talking about. Tell me more about that. It's just that simple.
Yeah, I always, you know, if y'all want to have fun, one of the things that I love doing is when I get a spam call, not a robocall that's a computer, but a real person, and I don't care where they are, and I just start, so what's the weather like there? Where are you located? And I just start asking them, they're like, and they're off their script, right? And then it breaks down because they're still human and they still want to talk. I've sold so many sales call people things.
I'm going to try that. That's a great idea.
If they're trying to sell me, you have full right to try to sell them.
Yes, absolutely. Turn it back around. But like I said, when you first meet them, it's all about them. It's all about their kids, all about their business. If you're talking to an entrepreneur, it's all about them and nothing else. Exactly. Just remember that. And if you feel that rush of energy, shut it down because you're going to destroy your relationship if you talk first.
Yes. Or shove the business card in front of their face. Here, you need my business card. I'm like, why do I need it?
And then what do you do with it later? Throw it away, right? Because you have no relationship with that person.
Oh my gosh, this is great. So tell us, show them the book again because it's so beautiful.
Okay, here's the book. And it's on Amazon. It's on my website at maximizeyourwealthnow.com. And I know you're going to love the book because the first segment of the book talks all about the challenges that you have in your own mind about sales. And it talks about feeling pushy. It talks about not wanting to ask for money. I I get so many clients like that. And it actually walks you through that and helps you figure out why you do that. Then the next segment of the book is the 3-step waltz. And then after that, you'll be making money. So you'll want to know about the finances and what to do and how to save money with the money you already make. Because we waste so much money, and I take you through an exercise so you could look at what it is that you're spending your money on and make those changes, and you'll be surprised at how much more money you have. It's amazing.
Love it. All right, everybody. So I know you've got a special offer for everyone. So what is that?
Well, I'm all about business and sales and financials, and you can go onto my webpage. I've told you many times at maximizeyourwealthnow.com. Check under the references. That's where you can order the book, and you can do 2 other things. I got 2 gifts. Is that okay, Tonya?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the first gift is to get all my free stuff. There's over 20 different videos and PDFs and whatnot, all based on business. And, I built a business from 0 to multi-millions across the nation with 23,000 working under me. And that's why I put all that there for you. The other thing is that you can take the Selling Through Your Heart quiz, which asks, do you compel people to work with you, or do you hard sell them? Are you doing it like your grandpa and your dad might have done? And you can find out. It's only 12 questions. If you score low, you need the book, right? You need the book for sure. If you score high, move on and get on the video and sell your courses and do everything that you've always dreamed of doing.
Awesome. So give them the website one more time.
MaximizeYourWealthNow.com. MaximizeYourWealthNow.com.
Awesome. All right, everyone, go immediately to her website and take advantage of that and grab that book. I mean, who doesn't need that, right? So MaximizeYourWealthNow.com. Do it today. So thank you, Shirlene, for being in today.
Thank you, Tonya. I'm just delighted that you took the time to be with me today and let me share my book. Thank you so much.
It's so fabulous. All righty, everybody. We will see you next time for another fabulous guest star who will blow you away and give you some insights to help you in life and business and all kinds of fun things. So thanks, Shirlene. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.